age was starting to catch up with them. The 300 fucking amateur fights or whatever he had is starting to catch up to him. So Lopez thinks he can get him at this point. It has nothing to do with opposition, just timing. Just he's 31, I'm 21. I believe I have the same skill set as him. I'm just faster. Everything's a little bit quicker for him. So they want to take the fight. Does it mean it'll work? Don't know. But there's no reason in him to not believe he can beat a 31-year-old Lomachenko who just off his, one of his last biggest fights was dropped.
Andrew, you a fan of Sugar Ray Leonard?
Yes.
Do you remember what he said the first time he retired before the Hagler fight?
What did he say? No, I didn't. I don't remember. What did he say?
This fight is never going to happen.
He said that a lot, huh? He said that about Pryor, too.
I wonder where he got that line from. Andrew, I don't want to let you in on a big secret, but this fight's never going to happen. It's not a winner for me. Teofimo gets paid, I get paid. Vasily Lomachenko's flawed. That's why he doesn't fight Salcedo again. I mean, I'm just being honest.
I would agree.
The guy that'll fucking beat him, right? Dumb. I am making sure that I get paid out of these two guys. And then, just as I'm getting ready to retire Vasily out to the pasture, much like a Mayweather fight, I'll then make the fight and crown Teofimo.
I think if Teofimo Lopez was Mexican, Bob would have been interested in making this fight. I think he's more interested in
Oscar Jr. He's Oscar with a mouth.
I think he's more interested in Lomachenko Ramirez than he would be Lopez right now because Lopez is so young. But if Lopez was Mexican and had that following, was selling out arenas already at 21 years of age, like an Oscar De La Hoya at 21, then yeah, you got to remember Oscar was like 21 when he fought Chavez.
Yeah.
They didn't have really a resume to go up against that kind of caliber fighter. Look at how much faster he was in the ring than him that night. Once again, you go back to Lomachenko's records, he's fighting guys there that are already in their either on the backside of their prime or over the hill. Teofimo Lopez is not that guy. Matter of fact, he's probably the fastest he's gonna be right now at 21 years of age. His hands, he might believe he has faster hands than Lomachenko, which would make him want to take that fight. I don't want to see it. I would rather see Lomachenko either get the unification with Garcia, maybe fight Gervonta Davis, and then if he can't see any of those guys, just move up to 140. I think that'll be Lomachenko's last division, though. I don't see him being able to go anywhere else. But 140 with Bob Arum owning Progress, the WBC champ. Yeah, and then owning Ramirez, there's good potential fights there for those three to make good money.
There you go. And that takes care of Teofimo. Hopefully he'll go quiet and silent for a while. He does have
stay humble,
mouth.
Right?
Stay humble, kid.
Yes.
You ain't done shit yet in this business.
Bob needs to tell him that. Bob needs to take him out to dinner and tell him to relax, man. Fucking, you're gonna get yourself in deep waters.
Because we did have a PBC fight, they didn't fail to take the opportunity to start selling their pay-per-view at all. As we pointed out on this show, tickets are still moving rather slowly. They're not selling the whole stadium. So we started off the middle of the week, not with a press conference about the fight in LA. No, we started off the week with more Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia, just 4 weeks before the fight. This tells me they're worried about the fight. A lot. Okay, we're 4 weeks away from this fight, and they're doing additional press and pushing the pay-per-view on every single Fox card. When they brought up the upcoming fights on the screen on PBC on Fox, the first thing they had was a picture of Mikey and Errol Spence. By the way, they were evenly height in the photo. I got to get a copy of that photo that they used on the screen. I'm going to have to go back and watch it. But if you looked on the screen, they're the same height on their little graphic that they use for upcoming fights.
Very nice.
And by the way, I'll say it again. And this is even a good photo.
Yeesh.
I don't even know how they pulled this off. It's much worse. I'm going to say it again.
No, that's pretty bad though. That's a pretty look
right
at the
here
shoulders.
where his eyes are at shoulder length. I mean, this is.
Yeah, Garcia looks even. He looks small in that picture too.
So they ran a press conference to try to sell the event again. They didn't put them close together this time. They kept them further apart. You know, if you put them far enough apart, they'll be the same height, just like this photo. There you go. There's a good one. We'll just keep moving them backwards. This is brilliant photography right here, by the way. Go check out the photos at Boxing Scene. This is really smart photos. They tried to crop it and do all kinds of really cool shit, but they kept basically shooting angles. I guarantee this is the press photo they're going to run with, Andrew. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. They're eye to eye almost. I mean, well, at least eye to nose, not eye to shoulder, which is the reality. That's not a bad shot from that distance, but that's what it really looks like. Yeah. His eyes are right at shoulder level. When you put these guys next to each other, there is a shocking difference.
You're absolutely right. There's a reason why they have these guys so far apart. Every photo.
On these photos that they shot at the press conference, they're ridiculous.
Yeah, they never do that. They're stupid. They should have at least put someone in the middle, like, oh, these guys don't like each other.
Like
kind
Lennox
of scenario.
Lewis or something, so they both look short, right? Oh, I know. Let's get Jesse Vargas. He's standing in a hole. Let's put him next to both of these guys.
And I'm going to tell you, Spence has no excuse if this fight doesn't sell. You know, this whole PBC platform has been, if you fight for free, you're going to become a household name. You're going to have a lot more star power than if you fight only on Showtime or HBO, which used to be in boxing. Lee, this man has the last 3 years been on Fox multiple times. I mean, he's the guy that got the 6 million views that one time after the NBA All-Star game. One of his fights had 6 million homes tune in. Why isn't this thing sold out? Why aren't people talking about this on the radio? Why isn't and down here in the Bay Area, there's no one talking about Spence versus Garcia? Because in reality, this is one of the best American fights that could have been made. Mikey Garcia is an undefeated Mexican-American, and Eroy Spence is an undefeated African-American. That's an awesome fight. No one's talking about it. It seems like ticket sales aren't doing good out there in Dallas, Texas, where, that's Spence's home.
Yeah, but no. Okay, so I blame that on PBC and a lack of really good planning and marketing. But I will say this. The only reason I know about these stories or how crazy it got during the week, I moved right past them. I didn't really see them come up much in my timeline. But my coach and friend from jiu-jitsu, right?
It's going to hurt American boxing.
He literally blew me up on text yesterday afternoon. He's like, what time is Mikey Garcia's fight? I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, that's not what's happening tonight. He goes, it's been all over the news for like the last couple of days and on all of the streams. I said, no, they just decided to start advertising this fight for whatever reason. But he is he teaches boxing and he teaches jiu-jitsu primarily, but based on his feed and his algorithms on social media, his social media blew up for the last 3 days with ads and stories about Mikey Garcia and Spence. I don't know why they didn't start this 2 months ago when they made the fight, right? But for whatever reason, they've decided to turn up the volume on it, which takes us to one of our favorite segments. Andrew, do you know what our favorite segment is? Let's go buy some tickets for the fight. For those of you that are watching this on the video, this is always 50-50. For those of you listening, you're not missing anything.
Well,
because
this is gonna hurt American boxing because for a long time, Lee, all experts say, oh, boxing's too expensive. That's why people don't watch anymore. Oh, they don't watch anymore because you have to buy HBO and Showtime and ESPN. This guy has fought on Fox for 3 years now. 3 years, at least once a year, he's fought in free television. He's undefeated. He's the face of the PBC, right? Everybody in the boxing world knows him. So our little excuse on boxing's dying in America because they moved it to paid networks, that's going to be flawed if Spence on his first pay-per-view doesn't do good, and even in the seats are not selling out.
There's $8 tickets. How great is that?
No, just check.
Let's take an $8 ticket. Why do I need to pay more than $15, Andrew?
Check. Hit done. If they come up, well then shit.
Well, no, they're up. All these green dots are seats all over the stadium that you're seeing on the screen.
No,
right?
that's an $8.
But I want to see if I can. What's the cheapest seat I can buy? No $6 seats.
Okay.
Let's move it up to $15. I'll pay $15 to go to the fight and watch it on a screen there. Nope, we're not at 15.
Why doesn't it just give you the cheapest ones?
I'm going to go to $50. I might be willing to spend $50. Oh, yeah. It's $45 seats all day.
There you go.
Sort by price. Yeah, $45 is the lowest end of this fight right now. And I can sit in peace.
And we already said that's not a bad deal for this fight because you get the atmosphere.
It's a big screen. It is a big screen.
You get the big screen and you get the atmosphere of the, hopefully 50,000, 40,000 people that show up. Hopefully, Lee. Other people have fought in Texas, in the San Antonio, and packed in many people. So it's not like they haven't done it out here before. I hope they respond, and really we have no excuse for Spence. I got to be, clear about this as well. He is the platform all of us have been saying for years needed to be, and then America would respond. Well, you know what? The PBC's face got the perfect opponent. He's an undefeated Mexican-American that many fight fans know. This fight should do at least 1.2 million pay-per-view buys, Lee, at least.
It's not.
I hope it does, but if it doesn't, I think that's a fail on the PBC. That was your whole platform in a wrapped up in a ball right there. Eroy Spence is everything they said they needed to make this thing work. He's been on the free television for years now. He's young. He's undefeated. Everyone thinks he's the face, so they promote him as, oh yeah, he's the guy that can beat Mayweather. I mean, seriously. Let's see what happens on this fight.
There's a lot of seats, Andrew. There's a lot of seats. If I open it all the way up, I'll actually show you guys all the available seats. Anything that's clickable.
You can see, the red. Yeah.
They'll start filling in here in a second. All right. Come on, give it. Yeah. All these dots.
Holy smokes.
That's a lot of seats, bro. That's a lot of seats.
Yeah, look at the two. Even around the ring hasn't been sold.
Yeah, the lowest. This section in here, $150, almost viewable. But
I don't like that price though. That seems way too much for
50.
Yeah, that's way too much.
So then you're gonna sit on the stadium floor.
How greedy, on you have 100,000 seat arena and you're
$1,200. Yeah, sit up. Yeah, that's right. And the green ones are actually ticket price. Their cover price. All the other ones are basically resells. But look at all those seats.
Look at all those seats.
It's not going to look good. It's not going to look good. I don't know if there's any StubHub or discount codes, but it's asking me for the option of an access code, which means I guarantee this thing's going to
at least around the ring will be sold out.
Look at all these. Look at all these.
Well, they're going to have all that black. They're going to have all that black.
This is the lower section, Andrew. That's the next section up. And they're trying to sell the section above that as well. They're going up to the 4s. They're going to block from the 5s up, right?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
They're trying to sell all the way into the 4s. Here's why. I suspect all these that have been sold were like $20 seats. Like I truly believe it's not going to look good unless they're giving away these. They're going to move people down, right? Brutal, dude. That's brutal.
Definitely the records. You think they would have had better ticket sales with both guys' resumes in the boxing world. Mikey's a veteran. He's a champion, right? Undefeated. Eroy is supposed to be the new face of the welterweight division.